Jonas Vingegaard is off. We've waited for this moment at the start of the season. We have lift-off from Jonas Vingegaard, and who can go with him? Let's see. 1 year ago, we saw him shred this race to pieces across 2 road stages and then that incredible time trial at the very end of the race. And he started this one just how he left off last year. We saw him take off the rain jacket. It was like a waving of a white flag, ready to go, and he's off. Jonas Vingegaard looked over his shoulder and gone again. It might just be that he needs the gradient, maybe, and it constantly changes. They're ever so slightly downhill, a bit of a false flat here. It might be that he needs a bit more of a consistent climb to make it count. 5k to go to the finish. Jonas Vingegaard, do you know, what a ride by Alex Molinar, Ian. It is really impressive, this. Having been in that breakaway, just as I say it, he's lost about a bike length. The audacity to hang on. He's hung on as long as he can, and as soon as I pick it out, of course, it's just being dispatched. What a shame. Vingegaard goes again. This will be it. This should be it. But let's not forget, the finish is not at the top of this climb. The finish is nearly 3 kilometres over the top and downhill. So we'll have a time trial of his own to do. Now he knows he's clear. It's taken a while to get clear, and he's actually only got 800 metres left of the climb anyway. But last year's victor, Jonas Vingegaard, is now going clear. It hasn't looked crushingly dominant as it was 1 year ago on those 2 road stages, but it's certainly been good enough to get him clear of a very, very elite climbing group.
Vingegaard absolutely flying down this descent.
This is going to be a fascinating chase. We know that Jonas Vingegaard is one of the best time trialists in this field. He's a good descender too as well, not necessarily amongst the very best of them within a field like this, but it shouldn't cause him too many problems. Plus he's got clear space all around him to take exactly the lines he wants to through these corners. And Jonas Vingegaard is going to take the win. It will just be just a moment or two until he gets his hands in the air, but he'll keep driving towards the line because this is time gaps over a very, very strong chasing lead. Down onto the drops, out of the saddle. He knows he's done it now. We haven't yet seen the smile, but we will do in just a moment. Jonas Vingegaard kisses his ring, bangs his chest, and wins the stage. Here we go, talking of all in, Jonas Vingegaard's only gone and done it again. He's attacked them hard. There wasn't much of a lead out either. They've sat on and waited for Polti to do their thing, and we could be seeing an even more impressive attack than yesterday. Chasing after him, by the looks of it, that's not Carlos Rodriguez, that is Josh Tarling, if I'm not mistaken, going after him. How far have we got left of this climb? 1,400 metres. Jonas Vingegaard wasn't... that was a more impressive attack than yesterday, for sure. We can see the green jersey of Egan Bernal down there, in company of Kian Utebrooks. It was fascinating that maybe he'd caught out Ineos Grenadiers. The fact that we saw Josh Tarling going with him, there's something we wouldn't normally maybe expect to see in the mountains. This is a 3rd category climb, but it's another opportunity for Jonas Vingegaard, who has this wonderful record in this race from last year of winning every stage.
think there's any way Vingegaard is going to get a turn out of Castello at this point, even if he asks very, very nicely. A little bit through the corners, just not quite as confident as Jonas Vingegaard through the corners, not carrying quite as much speed, and so just losing a few bike lengths here and there, and the energy expenditure to try and close that gap at these speeds is huge. And you see the man that has been out there all day just can't get back to the wheel ahead of him.
Real masterclass in descending here. If any of those other four, Tadej Pogačar, Primož Roglič or Remco Evenepoel, getting a chance to watch this back, doesn't look like there's any chink in this man's bike handling, that is for sure. He is absolutely flying, the winner of our opening time trial, Josh Tarling. Let's not forget that was on his road bike too, not on a time trial bike, so we know the kind of watts he can lay down on his road bike in time trial fashion. He'd probably do well just to get on with it, because I thought between him and Jonas Vingegaard, this man has started the season in very fine form again. He won 3 stages last year here. He's won 2 stages now this year in front of an even stronger competition. Jonas Vingegaard is sending out a clear message, and I think a message is what this is about. He kisses the ring one second time. It's a crystal clear image of what we saw yesterday, and he's done the same thing again.
In the Gran Camino. Another dominant ride by Jonas Vingegaard. Look at the rain pouring, a lot of detritus on the road as well. But checks the gap. Jonas Vingegaard takes the final stage and wins back-to-back editions.
32.5 kilometers from home, and it is Attila Vuelta, the Hungarian champion, ahead of Kruiswijk, and that is Jonas Vingegaard in third wheel. The pace has been put on by Visma Lease bike, and it's getting very selective.
Peloton is being smashed to pieces. The pace of Ben Tullet and Visma Lease bike, they're just setting up Jonas Vingegaard, and look at the gaps opening.
Ouch, this is a big ouch as well for some. There, and here goes Vingegaard. This is see-ya time, and there's nobody can follow him. Well, we said this could be an action point, and so it is proving. They've got no option, really. It can't really work together when this is happening. It's every man for themselves, and Ben O'Connor's going to be the nearest man to him for the time being. Ayuso does not want to be fooled into engaging the chase. He's going to stay there. There's a few others that are going on to other people's wheels, acting as anchors. But Vingegaard has pressed go and gone. What a man! Acute angles, and he's dealing with one at the moment, and this is more than cute, this is beautiful. Look at the way he's kicking on. 27.9 kilometers from home, 4.3 to the top of the climb, and still he's weaving this golden thread here for Visma Lease bike. Not only can he mount in time trial as well as climbing beautifully, Jonas Vingegaard, he can descend brilliantly as well. He's an ATV, an all-terrain vehicle, this man. And look at the way he's just setting himself a tempo. No look back whatsoever. Bit between the teeth, metaphorically, and away he goes. 33 seconds now his advantage to the nearest to him.
Vingegaard, this man who is just pedaling further and further in front. 54 seconds to the chase group for Vingegaard.
How fabulous is this? Minute and 6 though is his advantage, and he knows how to do this like almost no other. They have relayed the tarmac here, the asphalt I should say. He's looking amazing, Robbie.
Oh, he just looks so in charge, so controlled as well. Whatever you say about Jonas Vingegaard, you've got to admire his skills. He's the strongest uphill, that's quite obvious. But his descending skills are right up there too. Think back to that time trial last year in the Tour de France, where everybody was thinking about, yeah, well, he did so much damage on that uphill run to the finish. He did a lot of the damage on the fast downhills. He had studied that course to the nth degree, and his technique while cornering at high speed is exemplary. So Jonas Vingegaard, he really can do it all. He's a very good bike handler. I do not want to jinx him at all. But look at that, really wide into the corners, take the apex, getting nice and low, just using the knee for a little bit of extra balance through there. That can be forgiven when you're putting in an effort like he has so far, and also on an unknown descent that's really quite tricky. Just ask O'Connor and Saucer.
Road is now picking up. He's climbing once again. So watch the time, 56 seconds. Whoa, gosh. You can see that those barriers have been tested by vehicles coming down here, and Jonas Vingegaard, well, he likes to test every single line out here, and it's still going his way. This is that little downhill section. I told you it was a couple of steps, and he's going to pick it up now with 5.2 kilometers to go. This man has as well, as he's gone over the top, dug it into the valley, dug for gold, and he's going to strike it. My goodness, he's going to be in blue, and he's giving everyone the blues, isn't he, today? This is phenomenal. 1 minute and 14. Ha! He's not going to celebrate until he gets over the line. He's going to sprint this to the finish. This is fantastic. What a guy. He is going to celebrate at the line. He can afford to give away a couple of seconds. There we are. Here is the Hungarian champion on the front from Visma Lease bike. The yellow bikes give away their trade colours. And that is the blue jersey, of course, of our race leader, which is Jonas Vingegaard.
Jonas Vingegaard with a little acceleration here towards the front. Doesn't want to be outdone and be pushed back for the descent. So the last 4 kilometres of the climb will be a little bit faster, just less gradients. This is really split now. Pidcock is still here, and Ayuso has joined the back of this group. So he's got himself back in contention. Just dangling there on the wheel of Jonas Vingegaard is his teammate, Kjan Uitenbroek.
There we go, it had to be. Jai Hindley picks it up, and it's Jonas Vingegaard who's the only man who can go with him. Vingegaard has pressed go, and Ayuso wants to be part of this. O'Connor cannot respond for Decathlon AG2R. He's leading that next group, as you can see. Kruiswijk on his back wheel, and Thomas Pidcock's looking behind, wanting a bit of an assist, and he's going to get one. Arensman has just started to pace him. Is it Pidcock's doing it himself? Vingegaard has a look behind. Now, this is the front of the race. Now it's time to go. Hammer down time, and Vingegaard says see ya. And the man who could stay with him is Ayuso. Jai Hindley re-accelerates, almost caught blindsided momentarily. he's so good at this, Vingegaard. He picks his moments, and it's a heartbreak when he can kick on and do it. And Ayuso can't follow, Hindley can't follow, and the elastic is just about to snap if it hasn't already. Ayuso looking at Hindley, asking for a turn. He can't offer it, and Vingegaard has gone. 6 kilometers. He's gone up towards the peak, and he is not going to stop. He wants this to be emphatic, just as it was yesterday, just as it will be in the future, and just as it is right now. What a guy. This is magnificent. Well, he has to go to the press conference anyway, as Robbie was saying, as the race leader. You may as well do it as stage winner as well. When you have the form, use your legs for goodness sake. And he is magnificently so. He owns this place and this race.
Be the winner of this race at a kilometre to go. Jonas Vingegaard holding 37 seconds over the chase.
This man is clear the winner. He's going to come to the line as owner of the Tirreno Adriatico with a day still to be had. This is an acknowledgement, as always, to those back home. His daughter, his wife, he thanks them with his actions, and his actions have been heartbreak for just about everybody behind him.